Like and subscribe for more tactical data and intelligence.
Hey traders, good morning. Today is Monday, March 2nd, 2026. Big news over the weekend, war with Iran. Check this out. This is Jason Bennett coming to you from the Tactical Data Desk. I aim to bring you free gamma exposure and GEX levels for futures, SPX, SPY, and QQQ. A lot of people charge you a lot of money for this. I'm going to bring this to you free on my YouTube channel. All I ask is that you hit the like and subscribe button. If I get to the point where I can live stream this, I will live stream this for free for everybody. It's 8:50 a.m. Eastern Time on Monday. I've already downloaded all the market maker activity that pre-positioned after Friday's close. This is not after opening yet on Monday, so don't take trades after this. My system automatically goes and gets all the data. I've copied and pasted this into Thinkorswim on part 1 to show you what SPX looks like. Friday after close, the market maker positions, the 0 DTE level was at 68.54. The vol trigger was down to 6,800. The major put level was at 6,800. The 0 TTE put was at 6,800. And the major zero level was at 68.94. Now, I'm going to switch over to my NinjaTrader chart. I have written custom code that extrapolates this data and puts it into a GEX dashboard for all the futures, and then draws these lines onto my NinjaTrader chart. This updates live. Again, this is custom code using VS Script and NinjaTrader indicator codes that updates live, pulling data directly from the Schwab API to use for gamma exposure for futures. Now, when we closed Friday and I ran this, this is what it looked like as of close Friday. When we open at 9:30, my script will start running and updating all these 0 TTE gamma exposure and major gamma exposure lines. But what we're looking at is a major put wall formed at 67.70. The 0 TDE put wall was at 67.70 and the volatility trigger was at 67.70. Now if you look, the bottom over the weekend at 3 a.m. this morning hit 67.70 and trended back up. The 0 DTE gamma line, the gamma flip for the 0 DTE was at 68.58. We probably won't go over that today. I don't know. We'll see what happens at 10 a.m. after the shakeout happens. But this is what ES looks like on the 5-minute chart. My special GEX dashboard here, like I said, updates real time. It tells you where the major gamma line is, the major call wall. The major call wall is the current day's options expirations, and then all weeks through the end of the quarterly where the major gamma exposure is. Same thing for major put, and then I've got the 0 TDEs rolled in here. And throughout the day, it tells you what's happening, plus or minus, for those 0 DTE put, 0 DTE call, and 0 gamma lines, whether they're moving up or moving down. That lets you know conviction of your trade. If the 0 DTE put wall is moving up, you can stay in your long. If it's staying where it is, maybe you want to tighten up your stop. If it's going lower, if you're long, I wouldn't be long. That's kind of what it does. I've also got this laid into NQ. NQ is a little bit different with this. NQ doesn't necessarily respect these lines as well as ES does because of the volatility. I don't trade NQ using GEX. I just like to watch it. But this is what we're looking at for NQ. I'm going to roll this code into the rest of the futures, gold, silver, crude oil, etc. This is what we're looking at as of 8:52 a.m. March 2nd. Again, not actionable data at this point. What we want to do is let the market shake out from 9:30 to 10, see where the market makers are hedging their positions, and then around 10:15, see what's what as far as gamma exposure for the day, and then for the front month, second month, and third month to see what we're looking at in the future. I trade this in two ways. I trade the ES futures off this, gold, silver, and crude oil futures, and then I trade SPX 0 DTE options. That's how I make money on a daily trading basis. I also use this for stocks that I follow. I'm looking at areas where there's major market maker sell areas and buy areas. So if we trend down to a major put area where the market makers are not going to let the price go lower, then if I'm in that position, I'll buy more. Or if I'm not in that position, I'll either sell put credit spreads or just straight puts if I want to. If I own something and we're trending up to a spot where the market makers won't let it go higher, and we're not seeing gamma exposure go above that price in the out months, then I will sell calls against it because that's the cap. One last thing I want to show you. I'm also tracking the VIX on this as far as gamma exposure goes. Again, custom NinjaTrader script I got written that updates this real time. The VIX structure right now looks okay. We are in contango. If you don't know what that is, I'll make a video about it sometime. The total DEX is positive. Spot price 20.79. We're above the zero flip. We're below the call wall, above the put wall. The zero DTE weight hasn't updated yet for today. That's of close Friday, but you can see more weight was put into it on Friday. So I will update this again throughout the day, post this on my channel. At the end of the day, I will feed all of this data into a presentation that will explain to you what happened with zero DTT options for SPX, ES, and NQ futures that outlines what the market did. So you're going to want to watch that video. You're going to want to listen to that podcast. You're going to want to look at your chart while you're watching that video so you can see what happened with options flow and how that affected the market. If you guys are using indicators still, I'm not bashing indicators, nothing against them, but they're lagging. They tell you what happened in the past, not what's going to happen. Gamma exposure is what moves the markets now. Since the explosion of zero DTT options in SPX in 2022 and beyond, it is the market makers that are moving price. News, etc. has a little bit to do with it, but if you know where the market makers are hedged and how gamma exposure plays a huge deal in moving the markets, you know where to get in, you know where to put your stops, you know when to get out. You can easily make money trading futures, ES futures, or you can easily make money in a very relaxed and calm way trading SPX, zero DTT options on credit spreads, or you can just straight buy long calls and long puts. I'd recommend credit spreads because they're very low risk, low maintenance. If we get the SPX price that goes to a zero DTE put wall, goes below it, gets a V recovery, and you put your put credit spread 10, 15, 20 points below that, you can almost guarantee you're going to lock in profits for the day. I'll get to the point in my channel where I'll get to live streaming that and let you know when I'm getting into a trade, show you what happens, we can go after that. Listen, a little bit about me, just so you know. This is not my full-time job. I've got a full-time job. I do this as a hobby because I absolutely love it. I'm an Air Force veteran. I've got 25 plus years in. I'm still serving. I love serving, but I love trading. I love the trading community. I want to make sure everyone's got this data. That's why I'm building this stuff. I want to make sure everyone's on a level playing field. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to force anything on you. I just want to make sure everyone can win in this game because we're all in this together. All I ask is you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's go forward and let's conquer the markets today.
Like and subscribe for more tactical data and intelligence.